Oh man, what's up? What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Treyders podcast. How we doing today? How we doing this morning, my fellow gorilla gang, apes, orangutans, silverbacks out there in the world? Man, it is good to be back. I tell you what, it felt kind of weird. Not live streaming yesterday, but we're hanging in there. We got the situation with the eyes under control for the time being, which is, all that matters. So take that for what it is. We're back, though, and going to cover some live AMC price action along with the other hot stocks in the market, baby. So, just going to be cooking with Crisco and tell everybody what we are doing. So, you're going to see the chat starting to move here. Thank you for everybody that's tuned in right now. Trey from the UK. John Turbo from the UK. Good to see you here, man. Absolutely grateful to have the community and the crew out here that is chilling with the Gorilla Gang. So give me 1 second here really quick. I took a small stab at a little bit of an intraday trade here today just to make up some extra capital that I can use for AMC, baby. So that's my game plan. I'm all in on AMC, as you guys know, and then any sort of dry powder that I have around, I just use for intraday trades so that I can put that extra dry powder into AMC slowly over time. So just gonna take a small gain on this. I got in a buck 94, getting out at 212. It was like an 8% gain, something like that, which I am absolutely okay with. So if you guys have any questions on given tickers, you can drop it in the chat bar. I will gladly check that out, and we can just talk about it. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna actually increase that time delay because the chat is getting crazier and crazier every single time I do one of these live streams. But good to have you here. So far, what we've got rocking with AMC. If we just take a quick peek at the peeky wiki at the price action, it is down 3% again. And once again, we do not have that short sale rule in place. The SSR, we have not dropped 10% from the previous day's close yet, and it has worn off. We do have those incremental penny by penny spread sell walls up again, which, if I had to take a stab at it, is indeed shorting. So we're going to go over here. We're going to look at a couple different resources that I've got. We're going to look at the AMC Stonko tracker, which tells us the short shares available to borrow, which is 1.5 million. But what is interesting is that interest rate is at 3%. It went up from 1.5% to 3%. So I'm assuming that a lot of these shares that are available to borrow are starting to get scooped up. You've got 4.03 million total ETF shares available, 21,000 calls expiring in the money on March 26th if we were to end right where we are right now. And then if we close over $11, we have another 10,913 calls that will expire in the money. Please let's not spam with the emojis and nonsense. So that would be definitely helpful without a doubt. So DLPN I saw drop in the chat. DLPN is not an ETF, an NFT play that has been going insane. Yesterday went up to $37 in the previous day. It started off at $5. This is just another repeat of freaking TCAT, guys, and I don't think this is done. I think it will continue on, but it is just cooling off a little bit. Just cooling off. It is definitely pulling back. What do we have here in terms of price action for DLPN in case you are interested? We do have a descending level of resistance, so keep that in the back of your mind. You do want to break that descending level of resistance in order to get a good entry point on this. I would say once it breaks that, it will begin a new upward channel, but for the time being at the very least, it is indeed in a downward moving channel, so I wouldn't catch a falling knife. You want to get the best possible setups that you can with trades, right? And this is not a good setup yet. It's still in that downward moving channel, so you want to wait for it to at least consolidate. That would be my 2 cents right there. AMC, obviously, in a harsh downward moving channel, getting just smacked. I mean, I really wish that I could have live streamed yesterday, not because, it was a bad day, but mostly because I think I could have given a little more insight into what is going on and why, this is happening, right? So, I'm still holding my AMC position. I was up 13,000 and some change dollars. Now I'm up 2,500 and I'm not selling. And it reflects in my account balance, right? You can see here that's at $30,851, and I've got $13,000 just chilling right now. With the amount of dry powder that I've got lying at AMC, it's 27 grand. So obviously, I've been taking a beat down on that, but I'm not freaking selling because these are unrealized losses, guys. They're not legitimate. And for those, I know there are those people out there who say, Trey, you don't have any skin in the game, blah, 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 right? You are just leading people to the water so they can drink and you can watch them drink poison or whatever it might be. But that's just not the case, guys. In fact, there's a reason that I keep adding to my position, and I did just recently get paid, which means two things. It means, one, that I am going to be donating to the Wounded Warriors Project, as I had promised First, your guys' donations, we're going to be sending the $12,100 today. And then secondly, it means that I'm going to continue to add to my AMC position as time does go on. So those are two things that you can expect from me, and I will keep you guys up to date in that sense when when the opportunity presents itself. So we're going to come back up here, going to start reading out these super chats. Welcome to everybody. Good to have you here. AMC is down again, 4% on the day. GameStop down 16.74%. Took a beat down. I was watching the price action just barely on my phone. I got doctor's orders to stay off, electronics for about 24 hours after I got those steroid injections. And, when I peeked at it, and you see this immense amount of buying pressure, right? It starts moving hard, like the volume really picks up. Then all of a sudden, after maybe 5 or 10 minutes, these aren't apes selling, guys. These are shorts. These are shorts that slam it down. I mean, you can just see all this red volume coming in because there was a demand, right? They said, oh crap, there's this green volume coming in. We better match it with this short volume. And they did it, right? They brought it all the way down $151 and it just bled for the rest of the day there. And then coming into the pre-market, we consolidated, but coming into the regular market hours with another little bit of a sell-off. Not as much of a short wall up on GameStop. That's something that I've noticed, the past couple days that I've been watching the level 2s is that AMC has way more of a short wall. I mean, you can see it right here. Look at this. The spreads are there, but they're different spreads as compared to AMC. If you look at AMC right now, look at this. I mean, they're pretty much identical spreads across each of these pennies, which are short walls to a T, guys. To a T. That tells you the whole freaking story. So, there we go. Glad you're better, but we're lost without you. Don't do that again. Nah, you guys are okay. We're showing a man how to fish. We're not giving him a fish. You guys will take care of yourselves. I promise you. Hey Trey, I got banana hands today. Got 800 to bleed in between eyes, AMC, and SLDB. Who's dabbing with me today? By the way, hope your eye gets better. I recently developed bad floaters in my left eye. Annoying, dude. It is definitely frustrating. It's super frustrating. I hope that your eye gets better. My left eye is way more jacked up than my right eye. You can probably see it. It looks pretty red and inflamed right now, but I can see good enough to see my computer screens. We're going to be going until, early 11 o'clock, probably 11:10, if I had to take a guess at it. I do have a short meeting that I have to go to today for work, and that is at 11:50 that I have to be there, so I'll leave my crib at 11:30, and then I'll be back. I'm actually going to come back after that's over. I don't know what time about that'll be. I would anticipate it goes till about 1, so if I can get back here at 1:30, change out of my clothes, get back into my hoodie, my, as you guys would call it, the skirt. The skirt, baby. If I can get back into my grill, my uniform, right? We'll be back and we'll finish off the last hour and a half to 2.5 hours of market hours, and we can show you guys what's up, show you guys what is cooking. So DLPN has broken this descending level of resistance. So this is now a decent buy as long as that wasn't a false break. We got a candle that opened and closed above that, so I'm going to take a stab potentially on this stock. I'm going to start with a small starter size, and I'll increase as it continues to move. But I'm going to take a whack at it. I'm definitely going to take a whack at it. The ceiling here is $37.82. So there's actually a pretty decent amount of upside and has sold off a lot. Keep in mind that this company got a huge push because it was, how would you call it? It was NFT news, right? So they actually announced a deal with HOF-V. HOF-V moved in tandem with DLPN because they did get that NFT sign deal. So pretty interesting. Got your back, bro. Buy more AMC today. Can you take a peeky weeky at HOF-V? It's funny that I just said that. It's funny that you said that. I think HOF-V and DLPN are going to be multi-time runners. I think they're going to continue to run for quite a while. So DLPN, as you can see right here, if we just pull up my screener, I'll show you exactly, not screener, customized. It moves in tandem with HOF-V, right? So HOF-V really starting to move right now. DLPN doing the exact same thing. So if we see DLPN, I mean, these are the exact same chart setups. And because they had, George W. setups, by the way, they have the same sort of price action that's taking place, right? So since they had that contract deal together, they probably will move in tandem for a while. And I think you might be leaving some on the table if you sell right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's going to break 8 today. I think it's going to continue to run. And I think you're going to make some pretty good money. I definitely do. And I wouldn't just say that, man, but it's entirely up to you. If you are nervous, I would say maybe take a little bit off the table. And then from there, as it continues to run up, you can definitely continue to take off the table until you feel satisfied with the gains. But you're already up like 100%, which is freaking solid, definitely. Hope you're feeling great today, Trey. Can we take a look at the 10 on Reddit? Page 14, apparently. Still holding AFC, my fellow apes. At the 10. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by the 10. The 10. Trey, sad news. Chris Saint said to straight up sell AMC in his video yesterday. No, like a set stop. He just said sell. Chris Saint was using that as a quick money grab, so I guess it makes sense why he decided to say that. But I definitely don't agree with his call. But if it's for a quick money grab, it's for different reasons. It's for different reasons. I understand, But we're not Chris Saint, right? I'm not Chris Saint. I've got different reasons why I am in this. It's entirely up to you guys when you want to pull the trigger and what you want to do. Oh, the 10K. I got you. I was confused. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. 10K. AMC 10K. That was 12 days ago. 10K. I'll never sell AMC 10K floor. Is that what you're talking about? No, it can't be. Page 14. Unless they had a recent 10K, but I'm not seeing it. If anybody has a link, to that, please let me know, and I will gladly check it out. Silverback, the Guardians reporting for duty. You know what it is. Guerrilla Gang in full force, as always. As always, Guerrilla Gang in full force. All right. ATNM for a possible squeeze. ATNM. Actinium Pharma. So I'd have to see what the short interest on this is like and what how much utilization there is. Utilization tells you how many of the current available lendable shares are being held. 86%, so it's got a pretty decent amount of utilization comparatively to their overall utilization. ATNM short interest we'll check out next. See what we got cooking. Use this, take it with a grain of salt, right? This only uses limited exchanges to give you the information. 263,000 yesterday, 18% of the short volume ratio, 95,000 available. So, whether or not the number is right, it does tell you that it is being doubled down on heavily. So it's definitely there. The potential is there. The reason that it hasn't squozed yet is it needs some sort of good news catalyst or reason to squeeze, right? Until it has a good news catalyst or good trader sentiment, this is just a heavily shorted stock. There's not much else to it, unfortunately. That's what I've got for you right there as of right now. So, the potential is there for sure, but it just needs a reason to move. It needs a reason for sure. DLPN right now is sitting at 29.73. Definitely pulling back, and now we're looking to see that this bounces off that descending level of resistance and acts as a level of support. GG, wake up! All right, GTII Global Tech, search their 8K filing. This is how you kill naked short. Special dividend. Good case study for AMC GME to follow. GTII Global Tech. They're 8K, huh? So I'd have to dig into this pretty heavily in order to find the special dividend. I'm assuming. No, I didn't want to click on that. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we got. 8K. I can't read this. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't read what this is saying. The print's too small for my eyes right now. But if they are using a special dividend, and that is a way to, kill the naked shorts, that's spot on. I'm assuming that AMC is definitely exploring alternative means to, utilize and take advantage of their stock price and try and get things moving. But it just might take some time. It might take some time, unfortunately. Twitter, I see people talking about Jordan Belfort. Jordan Belfort had tweeted something, so we'll see if we can find that. I definitely do follow that man, the myth, the legend. By the way, I do want to say something here really quick. There's been quite a bit of talk asking if I'm going to get Jordan Belfort on the podcast, and my answer to you is yes, I am. And it won't come with cheap prices. The guy is, very well off. He knows his market value. He knows what he brings to the table, and it's going to cost me $10,000 to get him onto the podcast. I debated it for a long time whether I was going to bring him on or not, and I've decided that I am in fact going to bring Jordan on. So that's what it's going to take. I can't tell you when. I'm hoping that sometime this weekend, if not this weekend, sometime next week, right? And we'll get this guy on. It's all dependent on his personal schedule. But I do plan on it. A fellow ape. But it's going to cost a pretty decent penny. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got the dry powder laying around so that I can get him on without any sort of putting myself in a hole. But I do plan on it. I'm gonna get him on without a doubt. AMC at a discount. AMC down, just getting crushed. I mean, you can see this, guys. Look at these short walls popping up on AMC. Just taking a beat down right now. Down almost 7% on the day, and it's just not ending. If we look at this on a 3-month chart, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't want to BS anybody when I say anything, right? It has broken the healthy retracement level. At this point, it's just been shorted really, really hard, right? The only thing that is what's giving me hope and confirmation that we're still in shape for something good to happen is that we had this bleed all the way down to $5 right here, and we did come back, right? They're going to continue to short and double down on this, even though it's getting shorted really, 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 really heavily, right? If you guys want to sell, you do what you got to do, right? But I'm going to continue to hold my position, as I do still believe that this has the potential to do what it needs to do. So that's what it is, baby. Good price for an even better return. You know what it is, man. You know what it is. I view it as this. It's an opportunity to learn. If I was to go to one of his seminars, I'm assuming I would pay something pretty similar to bring him on. And that's me paying, for a seminar for everybody who wants to come and learn something. That's my personal opinion. And it's going to be information that you guys have available to you any time of the day, So if we can learn even a little bit from him, it is what it is. I'm personally going to do it. That's my personal choice. Whether you agree with me or not, that's okay. But I think it's an opportunity for people to have, to learn straight from the wolf's mouth. What sort of things people will go to, what sort of extent people will go to kill a stock. He'll tell you straight up. I mean, I think that there's a reason why he's so proactive in this case right here. It's because he's seen this sort of manipulation in person, and he probably engaged in it himself back in the day. All my choice. Make it happen. Wait for it to happen. Wouldn't appreciate all the wins without taking the losses. You know exactly what he's talking about, guys. This is the freaking wolf. I mean, I think it's a great opportunity. It definitely is. BNTC bought at 980. Is it a dead cat? BNTC was most likely good for a day trade, and that would definitely be the case. So this was a day traded stock. It ran really hard up to about 1050 and is pulling back hard right now. Personally, I would take the loss. If I was to trade that, I probably would have just day traded it. That'd be the way that I would have played it personally, but it's entirely up to you guys. What are your thoughts on BNGO? I'm bullish on BNGO long term. Bionanogenomics is a genome sequencing company. They've got the Sapphire system, which is actually freaking mind-blowing, guys. I mean, if you think about how cool that is, we live in the future. Dude, it's nuts. It's nuts. Sitting at 928 right now, as it is right now, as the level of resistance, the ceiling to push through. And now 808 is where we are right now, down in the regular market hours. But you do have to keep in mind that the NASDAQ is down about 0.5% right now. So it's another little bit of a red day, and we got to wait and see, what ends up happening, how much this is going to pull back the NASDAQ. It's going to reflect on the whole market. But I like Bionanogenomics long term. I think it's honestly going to pull back a bit more. The pharmaceutical sector, the green energy sector, the tech sector all take really, really, really hard beatdowns when the market's pulling back. So this is definitely going to be one of those cases. That's going to be one of those cases for sure. What's up, Trey? Oh, I got to scroll back up. Bob Saget, man. Every time I try and read these, they get screwed. How does AMC's chart compare to the Volkswagen squeeze? So the Volkswagen squeeze, it's similar in the sense that Volkswagen dipped all the way back down to some previous lows before it had that run up to the all-time high squeeze that it had, right? So it may just take some time for it to do what it's got to do. Now the scenario is entirely different, right? We don't have the same shorters. We don't have the same longers. We've got way more people going long on the stock. What I will tell you is there's a crap ton of retail investors that are in this. I think the retail investor actually controls the majority of the float on this stock. I think it's being pretty majorly held right now. And I really, really don't think that this is just ape selling. I just don't. I don't think this is ape selling right now. I legitimately think this is just shorting. And I mean, you can see it right here. You can see it in the price action. It definitely 100% reflects. Got a little bit of a bounce here off of 993. We are looking to see if we're going to get a break over this descending level of resistance right here, this downward moving channel. It is really trying, but you can see there's this candle wick right here, most likely because it tried to get pushed and shorts pushed it back down. So if we get a candle that opens and closes above this descending level of resistance, to me, that is going to signify that we are back in some good bullish territory, and it's going to have a decent move. All right. Glad you're back, bro. Oh, I answered that. Gotta scroll back down. All right. What's up, Trey? Hope your eyes are okay from the UK. Gorilla Gang, drop the water and drink a cup of tea, old chap. Dude, tea's just not for me. Tea tastes like I'm eating grass. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I drink my water. I drink my coffee. I drink the Kraken. By the way, we got 7,300 people watching right now. If we get this video to 3,500 likes, I will be taking a crack of the Kraken to celebrate the Gorilla Gang and the community out here. Give a good cheers and a toast to everybody, as I always do with every live stream. I very deeply appreciate everybody out there, and I want everybody to know that I do appreciate you. So that's what that's all about, my friends and family. If you do want to, support that, you 100% can. If not, it's free. It's not free. Whatever you want to do, hitting that like button, it's up to you. All right. Hey, Trey, what's up from Kansas? Love your streams and your analysis. Keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. 620, baby. AMC is really trying to break that decent level of resistance right now, but the level 2s are just freaking jam-packed, loaded. GameStop has triggered SSR, and furthermore, just keeps on running down. Down 18% on the day to about 147, 48 bucks as it's sitting right now. Waiting to see if it's going to make any sort of move today. But maybe this will end up being a George W setup. I mean, we got a bottom right here at 145 bucks. We've got a second bottom right here at 145 bucks. And if this gets any sort of positive movement and breaks this neckline of this top right here, it should come with a pretty hard move, and that would be a great double bottom George W setup. Come on, guys, drop those in the chat. The George W. We're hoping for it, but I'm not going to lie to you. It looks ugly this morning. GameStop and AMC are really taking a beat down. AMC holding up a little bit better. For the previous couple of days, AMC has actually been getting hit a little bit harder than GameStop has, and now the roles have reversed. So GameStop really took that beat down, and my anticipation is it's because of the earnings and the fact that it had so much momentum that they had to try and kill it. And by killing that momentum, I think it scared away some people. So there's just not as much buying taking place with GameStop right now. I mean, we'll look at the order flow, right? So if we look at the order flow, we've got $51 million of order flow that's coming to AMC here so far of green volume, more so than actual red volume, right? We've had 49.6 million in red dollar signs, right? $49.6 million of red volume, $51 million of green volume. Now, if you compare that to GameStop, the order flow, you've got a little more, green coming in, 146 million. But look at this, the red, 176 million. I don't know why Webull just closed me out. I'll bring it back up quick. That was goofy. Give me 1 sec to enter my trading password. I just want to make sure that nobody can see what I'm typing. I've done this a million freaking times, and I'm not doing it again. Make sure that I can't see that on my screen. All right, we're good. Cowabunga! All right. We got her back up and cooking. Come back to AMC. But where I was going with that is you want to pay attention to the order flow, right? So how many dollars are coming into the stock, and you can see that there's way more red dollar signs coming into GameStop right now than there are AMC, which is why it's getting beat down pretty freaking hard in comparison. Not to say that AMC is holding up particularly well here so far, but it has found a bottom at 993. And if we can get some sort of momentum, break that VWAP, the volume weighted average price, that should give us a little bit of a move. It should get us in the right direction. One other thing that I want to apply to, I would say address is the fact that I haven't posted as many videos lately, and I hope that you guys understand when I say this. It's not me hiding in the least bit. Obviously, I'm still coming on these live streams. I'm doing the best that I can to, be around and engage with the community because that's what I love doing. But the big thing is that I'm just trying to protect my eyes. I want to be able to do this long term, and I'm not going to be able to do this long term if I go blind. So I'm just trying to take care of it. We're making it happen, guys. Can we go over borrow rate? Yes. So the borrow rate, there is a little bit of, I think, confusion with the borrow rate. So depending on the source that you use, you're going to see different borrow rates. I'll pull up AMC Stonko tracker, and this has it. 3.5% is what the borrow rate is at right now, the borrow fee rate. This is an annualized interest rate, right? This is what they would pay percentage-wise on their total short position on an annual basis. So you would take all active trading days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many days they hold it, divide it by 360, which is, how many, that's how they calculate it as a full year of interest rate, 360 days. And that would tell you how much they pay, right, in total interest per day. So let's say that out of 360 days, they're holding for 10 days, right? So 10 divided by 360 is 0.02. So 0.02 of 0.035 comes out to, like a thousandth, a tenth, a hundredth, a thousandth. It's a 10,000th of a percent. So there's not a lot of pressure on short positions right now, right? It's going to take some time for that to come back up, and that's going to come with less short share availability as they continue to double down. Honestly, I think the big piece of why this hasn't been moving a lot is because the short selling just hasn't been matched with buying. I mean, we had a nice amount of buying pressure. It went from 996 back up to 1121 in the regular market hours, pre-markets or regular market hours, but then just bounced all the way back down. So every single move is just getting matched with immense shorting pressure. They're just not giving it up. But I'm not giving it up either, baby. Not giving it up. Angel Mo Money gave us your health updates yesterday. Dude, what a guy. What a guy. That's freaking sick. Thank you. I appreciate that immensely. Angel Mo Money, if you're watching right now, if he's going live right now, my best regards, brother. I appreciate you. What do you think about JFin? JFin was a good opportunity for maybe a swing or a day trade. It's up 6% right now. Definitely pulling back, but it had some crazy price action, the last couple of days. And I think that the fact that it's holding up so well gives me a lot of confidence. I think that it could continue, moving down the road. I think it's just a matter of how much, so what do we have right now? You've got, I would say, a descending level of resistance, as you can see right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points. We look for these three touch points tells you what you've got in terms of a level of resistance. You need at least that many to see a level of resistance or support, and it bounced off of that, right? So it didn't get that break, but if you get that break over the descending level of resistance, that's going to be a good, hard technical break, right? So if you get that, it should come with a pretty hard move. That's what I would watch for. If you want to play that momentum break, that's what I would do with JFin. That's the opportunity right there. What up, Trey? Here's the one share for AMC. By the way, hedge funds, they have to pay today. If not, they get another FTD. So I would assume so. I mean, by Wednesday, they are supposed to close out, call options expiring in the money and pay those out. So if they don't, it would be an FTD. It would be a failure to deliver for sure. 100%. If they have to send out IOUs, if they do. AMC right now, still a hard to borrow stock. I mean, there's no short button. So the fact that the retail investor can't even freaking short this, guys, the fact that retail investors can't short this, that should be all the confirmation in the world that you need to know that this is being shorted heavily, right? If retail investors can't short this, it's because it's risky, and they don't want you doing something that's risky, right? So just keep that in the back of your mind. There's some actual validation and truth to that I think is definitely worth mentioning. So take that for what it is, but I think that you guys should know that that's important, What up, chat? SM Energy. What's a good day trade for the day? Let me look at my pre-market gappers. I've got a couple pulled up. Let's see what time this was posted. 11:17. So that would have been a minute ago. So probably not as much opportunity here. But it looks like Archon is an opportunity. Archon stock has some pretty decent moves. It's been nice solid growth. Had a nice little bit of volume push up to 635. Now it's trading sideways, so not as much volatility. The volume backed off, and that's not a good day trade in my opinion. I would look at the most turnover, the most volume, and the most range. And what do we have right now in terms of the most volume trade? Volume, turnover, and range as of right now. APTO is 100% up there. So if we look at APTO, this stock is getting some crazy price action. And in fact, I think this is a pretty solid, buying opportunity. If it gets a break over this descending level of resistance, it should give you a pretty nice push. And it does look like it's got a continuation of green pattern. So honestly, I'm going to take a stab at this for a small gain. I'll be looking for, 5%, 10%, and see how she treats me. And we'll go from there. But I'm going to enter in with, we'll say 450 shares of, we'll do 500 shares of size. And we'll give it a whirl and see how she ends up treating us. But this looks like it's got some continuation. Looks like it could move. I will take more size on this if it ends up getting a break over the descending level of resistance. So that's what I'm watching for right there. And if it ends up getting it, I'll play it out. I will play it out. Exempt shorts and dark pool volume. Might have to sign up with free marketchameleon.com/overview/AMC/VWAP table. Exempt shorts and dark volume. Marketchameleon.com. Let's see what this is. I don't know if I'm quite seeing this. Slash, I gotta enter all the slashes. I see. /overview/AMC/VWAP table. Where do I enter the slashes? That's what I want to know. If you have a link, the links work better for me. I gotta be honest with you. If you've got a link, that would definitely work out. Thank you, Weiler. Appreciate that. Hey man, how are you feeling, Trey? Jordan Belfort tweeted AMC. I saw that, dude. I saw that. Sick. I'm so hyped. My man Trey is in pre-market gappers with me. Let's go, Ghost. You know what it is. I did see that. I actually I did retweet it. So if you want to check that out, I did retweet that. He is the man. Man, I'm glad that we got him on our side for sure. He's seen the thick of it for sure. For sure, guys. It's good to see. That gives me some confirmation. Don't know hype. Check Kong tweet. Kong. Let's see what Kong's got. Man, I like that squirrel background. Kong. I don't know if you're watching right now, but that's pretty cool. I dig it. Just getting to bed. You don't need words of encouragement from me. You're all grown, smart to their tricks, regardless of the price we buy and hold. Remember the data. Remember they haven't covered. We are winning. Keep holding. There it is, man. Can you go over this popular DD by Joshua James? It's about how they found the naked shorts. Joshua James. Do you have a link to that? Let's see if I can find it. Is it on Reddit? Joshua James. U/Joshua James. See what pops up. I gotta be honest with you, I haven't been doing a whole lot of research in DD the last 2 days because my eyes have just been messed up. So I apologize, guys, if I'm behind on Joshua on Twitter. All right, that'll help. We'll go there. Joshua James. Is it this man? New video? Don't think that's him. There's a lot of Joshua James out there. Dang. That's crazy. That's pretty interesting. All right. It's on Twitter. Look up Joshua James. Oh, I'm missing an M. That's it. Trail runner. This looks like the dude. There we go. Insert Trace Trades laugh. I dig it. What's all this 4.6 billion talk? Timestamps. Let's see what we got. How we found the naked shorts. I just found that millions of shares they've been shorting AMC under short exempt. I mean, this is how they have been shorting no matter what under SSR. They've been doing this by trading OTC, over the counter. We found it. Updates tomorrow. I really can't believe you just found this. I'm in shock. It's just, we shouldn't even have to be dealing with this at all. As always, greed and power controls the leaders of America instead of integrity and a life of service. A country mask and a cloak of freedom, but a face of oppression, just to keep those in power in power. Man, that's not surprising. Over the counter. Yeah, they can go backdoor and short, even under SSR with over the counter, man, millions of shares. I mean, and that makes sense too when you look at the level twos. When you look at the level twos for AMC, it's been done. I mean, you look at this level two, and even though we have SSR in place or don't have it in place today, we did yesterday and the day before, and we still had these crazy ask level 2 walls. It's nasty, not even good nasty, like stupid nasty, like the nasty that just piss you off. AMC George W, you'd be correct. Oh yeah. Drop them nasty George W's in the chat, baby. We gotta get some freaking, I wish there was a way that I could get emojis on here. Like my own personal emojis, because my Discord's got them. But if we could get them in here, that would be freaking cool. That'd be sick. All right. APTO got a little push up to 671, and it looks like it got that break over the descent level resistance. So I'll play that for a push over 720, and I'll actually add a little bit of size if it ends up bouncing off that level of support. We're gonna wait and see though. 500 shares. Wait to see how she plays. If she holds, I'll add. I'll continue to add, but I don't like these 3 wicks, those topping tails. That's not a good sign for me. So I'm going to watch it. It did get that break. That was a hard candle push move, but it's not looking like it wants to hold. That wasn't a hard break. So we got that wide range candle bar right here. A wide range candle is a candle that covers a lot of price action. So as you can see right here, a lot of price action just took place here with that candle. Moved up a lot of pennies. But after that, it's just hesitating. It's not making that hard move. So I might end up taking that small profit. I'm up $75 on this right now. We'll wait and see. If it tests this level of resistance right here, I'll let it go. But it looks like it's not gonna. Looks like she'll hold up. So I'll actually add a bit more size if it ends up getting that hard push, waiting for that break over that level of resistance right here. And if it gets it, I will take another stab at it. All right. Check the huge red candle in pre. I feel as if they're testing it to see what the price will fall to. This is every time. Your thoughts. Let's look at it. Huge red candle. I don't think that's what that is, man. I gotta be honest with you. So this is most likely pre-market's opening. So different brokerage firms have different hours in terms of when they open their pre-market. Webull opens at 3 a.m. in Central Standard Time, which is not the usual standard, right? So that's atypical. You don't usually see that. But that's what that would be. So when pre-markets open, there are usually people with a lot of limit orders that are waiting to get filled, and that's the compilation of a crap ton of limit orders, both buys and sells, waiting to get filled, and that's what you see happen, right? So that's my hypothesis, that's my anticipation, but I could be right, I could be wrong. That's just a fellow weebs, breakdown of what's happening right there. My 2 cents, man. That's my 2 cents. It looks like we might see this come to fruition, this George W setup. It's not looking too bad. Up to 1019 right now, getting a little bit of a bounce. Are we gonna test out that VWAP? It'd be freaking pretty nice. That gets back into some good bullish territory, and on the right track, back up to in a little bit of good buying pressure. So waiting to see how she plays. APTO, yeah, I'm not convinced by this. I don't like that bleed. That's a slow bleed, man. That's pulling back. So I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna take my small profits. Made $50 on that. Not a lot, but I'll take it. It's something. All right. Can you check out BCRX? BCRX. BioCris Farms. What is going on with this one? It's high of 1645, but it's at 1073 right now. It's actually got some pretty good price action. This is a company that has more growth and actual investor relations to it. It's not just moving off of purely news. It's actually got investors, which I like, so that's good. It has pulled back quite a bit. I'm anticipating there's been some sort of bad news if I had to take a stab at it, but if you're holding a position, it looks like you want to bounce off of the level of support right here at about 971. Maybe you got one right here. It looks like it's testing it. You got a little bit of candlewick rejection at 1045, but if it breaks that, you're looking at 989, 985, somewhere around there. That's where you'd see the next bounce on that stock. AMC down 4% on the day, sitting at 1017, continuing onwards with a little bit of a recovery. All right. Hey, Trey, check out Joshua James. I did just check that out. Hopefully able to catch it. It seems like it's legitimate. It seems like it's legitimate. I'm going to see if I can get him on. Yeah, that seems like a good opportunity. Let's have him on sometime. I think that'd be something we would do after hours when there's not as much price action, but let me shoot him a message. Hey, man. I'm digging your over-the-counter DD you've done on AMC. Want to grace a fellow ape with your presence and hop on the live stream someday soon? And I'll drop a freaking gorilla. Drop some gorillas in the chat. You know what it is. Tweet at him. There we go. We'll see if we can get him on. That'd be sick. It's cool that he's a trail runner, too. I never got into the trail running. I was a long distance runner. I was like a track guy. I got my undergraduate in nutrition, so it seems like we have pretty similar backgrounds, which is really interesting. Interesting. AMC up to 1022 right now, getting a little bit of a bounce off of that George W setup, which is solid. Don't mind that. I love CIDM. I got it at like 118 and holding. Great stock with huge potential. Think it will run again today. CIDM. Cinedime. It's possible. It seems like it's pulled back a pretty decent amount. Oof. Personally, I would take the profits and reinvest. That's just me. That's just me. It's definitely a falling knife right now. And I don't like these two topping tails. That's not a good sign. That's a sign of a little bit of buying weakness. So I'd take your profits and then reinvest at the bottom. That's just me. Glad to see you back. Thank you for that. I appreciate that a million. Hey Trey, not sure if you did it, if I did it right, but I sent you an email on my dad's behalf for possible next charity stream. Next, I sent to info@treysgorillagang.com. Great nonprofit for vets, active duty, and family members. Apes support apes. Adrian, I'll check that out 100%. I'll contact my my buddy who helps with the backside of things, and it does mean a lot. Appreciate that. Matt Coors just said that OTC short selling was BS. So done with this his negative blah. Y'all need to stop timing people out for calling out BS. So done. Y'all need to stop timing people out for calling out. Oh, I see what you're saying. So I don't time people out for calling out BS. That's not my thing. My thing is I don't appreciate when people harass my community. You can call me out all you want. I'm open. In fact, I encourage you guys to prove me wrong because I want to get good information out to people. And if I'm wrong, I want to know it, right? But big but here, right, is if you are attacking my crew, you're attacking the Gorilla Gang, I'm gonna time you out big time. That's my 2 cents. So, you know, I like Matt Coors. I think he's a good guy. It's his opinion. You know, I'm not gonna flame the guy. I like Matt Coors. I am definitely gonna continue to be around with him. So, I appreciate that opinion though. Save your eyes, man. Rest them up. Take screen breaks. Definitely, Luke. Appreciate that. I will throughout time. I'm not going to be on for the entire bell-to-bell, market hours today, but I will come back. So I'm going to have a meeting. I'll come back after the meeting and I'll stream, a continuation of what we've already done here so far. Look at her go. That is some freaking clean price action. Look at these clean green bars of slow, steady growth, just respecting the crap out of that ascending level of support. Holy Toledo, not bad. And we're still pushing through all these freaking ask walls, these short walls, which is nuts. Dang, that's some decent moves. That's some decent moves for sure. Can you shout me out about pre-market gappers, please? Hey, Ghost, shout out to Ghost for getting me on pre-market gappers. I'm using this to see when there are alerts for different stocks that are moving. That way I have my eyes on them and I can take a stab at them before they have some crazy pushes. So shout out Ghost, man. Drop some gorillas in the chat for Ghost. Guys, absolutely appreciate everybody here. You wouldn't mind doing me one favor? Drop a like on the video. We got 8,600 people here watching right now. We get to 3,500. Dropping that cracking back. Giving you guys a good toast. That's all that I want to do, man. That's all that I want to do. First, missed you yesterday, bro. Glad you're doing better. Second, check Jordan Belfort's post 1 hour ago. Gorilla Gang, dude, you know what it is. I did check that out and I retweeted it. So if you're just tuning in, hopefully you're able to catch that. Thoughts on Mr. Wolf's tweet today? I am digging it. I did cover that recently here. Hey, Trey, wish you the best for your health. I'm looking to lower my cost average on AMC. What do you think would be a good price at this time? It did just break $10, false break under $10, $9.93. I think the low 10s right now is where we're sitting. But if we look at levels of support and resistance, right, it's really, really trying to hold up support right here at $9.96. So if it breaks that, the next level of support is going to be down here at $9.27. So I would watch for that. I would watch to see if it's going to retest that. You could kind of dabble. You could take a small stab at entering right now at 10.30. And then, if it breaks 9 and some change, the high 9s, the next level of support is down here at 9.27 or so. So that's what you could do. It's entirely up to you. But I know it's a touchy subject. Covering AMC, guys, is really freaking difficult because you got a whole bag of different people saying if you're wrong about this, you're gonna lose all your subscribers, you're gonna lose all your fan base, blah 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 blah. Like I've already read like 10 of those comments in the chat bar that's gone through. It's me just covering information as I see it, me with skin in the game too, doing all that I see, I see an opportunity here and I'm just continuing to cover it because I think it's legitimate. I think there's legitimate, cause to believe that there's a squeeze potential here, and that's why I'm not giving up on it, but it is what it is. Love the channel, bro. Just wondering what platform you were using over on the Discord that showed Avi was a gapper for the day. It is called Pre-Market Gappers. If you want to use this, you definitely can, but it costs you money. It costs me $199 a month. So if you want to use this, that is what it costs you. You just type in premarketgappers.com/panel alerts, and you will have the opportunity to check that out if you are interested. They also have a Discord. I'm not personally in the Discord. I just use the alerts that are sent out. Because all that I want is an opportunity to see what stocks are moving in bam, quick time, right? And then whether or not I like that setup, I'll take the trade as an opportunity to limit, what's going on in that realm of the world. So very interesting for sure. Block 9. This pullback was needed. If we want that huge bounce, the spring needs tension. You got it, brother. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it for sure. Try chilling in a pitch dark room. When there's light, your eyes will try to focus on something. Your eyes focus by squeezing the eyeball of the muscle. So in the dark, your eyes relax and rest. Dude, trust me, I know. Trust me, I know that. Because the light sensitivity, when I'm chilling by myself, when I'm in my room doing absolutely nothing, I just sit here with the lights off. I sit here with the lights off, and I watch TV, or I do some research, or look at stocks, whatever it might be, and that's literally it. I just sit in my room with the lights off. So thank you for the advice, I appreciate it. If you have Jordan Belfort on your live stream, would you ask him about Raging Bull? I will. In fact, I'll write it down. I'm gonna make a compilation of notes that I want to go over with him once we have him on. And I'm going to go through that with people over in the Discord. We're going to kind of formulate something and see what the most popularly asked questions are. That way we can have, some good conversation, We'll definitely talk about AMC GameStop. I'm going to try my best to have him talk about AMC GameStop, but I'm going to try to take advantage of his knowledge and expertise, learn some lessons from him, see what he knows about the backside of how the market works, and we can pull from that and make some good things happen for sure. Operation Belfort, baby. You know what it is. All right. I'm working through the super chats, guys. I see that you guys dropped that in the chat bar. I promise you I'm not ignoring you. It's just, taking it one at a time. Trying my best to, get to everybody and respect the chat bar. I don't want to just read only super chats because it's not about money for me. All right. Belfort is a criminal. You should avoid him. So he does have a history, man. He does, and, we don't all have to agree on opinions. If you forgive him, if you don't forgive him, right? That's entirely up to you. I believe personally, in redemption, and that you can't undo some of the things that he's done. Like I'm in the process of reading his book. I watched, The Wolf of Wall Street. I've watched some of his podcasts. I've listened to the things that he has to say. And honestly, man, it says, what I'm getting is that he is making a conscious effort every single day to call out BS when he sees it, be a good person, make change in people's lives, and lead people the right way, right? He had Grant Cardone on his podcast, and I watched that 2-hour podcast. You want us to talk about, a current criminal, a guy who is manipulating a little bit, not kind of leading people the wrong way. I think that's probably the guy. Not to call people out, but I watched that and I just felt like he was straight up disrespecting and he couldn't even answer simple questions. So, I think Jordan Belfort's a really intelligent guy. I think it's a great opportunity. I've got, whether or not you agree with this pass is up to you. This is the decision that I'm going to take, and if you guys support that, that's awesome. If not, I respect that. It's all good. It's all good. All right. What are your thoughts on this float info? Let's see what we got. I'll pull it up. Reddit. I appreciate when you guys drop me links. It does help the process. I am a simple weeb. I'm a simple, smooth-brained ape, as people say, and it's tough to see, what's going on sometimes without a link. So the float is bloated. 264 million synthetic shares. Whoa. Where are they coming up with that number? I hypothesized between 100 to 150 million. That was my hypothesis. That's higher. Dang. Please read before commenting and educate yourself. So let's just take a quick peek at this, huh? Knowledge is power. Wisdom is strength. This is not financial advice. Everything disclosed in the post was done by myself with public information. I came to my own conclusions, as should you. Summary. AMC has 175 million synthetic shares circulating in the public trading market and 64.4% short interest based on the given data of the public trading market. Including external synthetic shares will net 264 million synthetic shares and 97% short interest. Dang, that's... I like seeing that. Please remember that there could still be real shorts that have yet to be covered in the actual float. This is the short interest based on only synthetic shares. So, I want to see data and proof before I say that this is legitimate, and I'm assuming he's going to have it. It seems like, wow, this is a deep DD. He really goes into some detail. So anyways, let's continue on. So we know what float and float short interest is. If you don't, feel free to pause the video and read that. It'll explain it. Calculating short interest and float. You can pause and read that as well. I want to see the numbers. Harambe. Yes, I should be wearing my Harambe tank. God, what am I doing? Missed opportunity here. Outstanding shares, 8 million. Insider shares, 8 million times 22% divided by 100 equals 8 times 0.22 equals 1.76 million. Institutional shares, same thing. Float, there's the float for you. AMC's actual float in synthetic shares, 2 significant figures. AMC, 2008.01. Outstanding shares, 450.16 million. Insider shares, 450.16 million times 2.3% divided by 100 equals 450.16 times 0.023, 10.35 million. Institutional shares, you come up with that, 167. Actual float, method 1, 450 million minus this equals 450 million minus 177, 272. Method 2 comes up with the same number, 272. Actual float. So actual float 272 million is what it's coming up with after you take out institutional shares and insider shares. So that is what is available to the general public according to this math. Synthetic shares and short interest based on the market. Synthetic shares, 447 minus 272 equals 175. Short interest, 64.4%. Wow. But I want to know where he's coming up with that number. Where is he coming up with 175 million? Is he getting that from the proxy statement? Let me think. Because it might just be, to be honest with you, that AMC has 175 million shares in reserve that they could issue if they wanted to. I've read that as a hypothesis as well. But if that's legitimate, I mean, dang. Because what you've got here is he did the math right for you. 447 minus 272, which is the actual float, 272 after, institutional insider shares, which would leave you with 175 million synthetics if that's the truth, right? If what's circulating in the market shouldn't be there. Fascinating. Morningstar. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm going to be honest with you. It wouldn't surprise me at all because we can't even short the stock. I mean, if a stock is hard to borrow, you can't short it, which means that they're just fabricating shares. Dude, that's massive. Why don't I use Ortex anymore? I do. I pull it up every day. Sitting at 86% utilization, cost to borrow 3.22, days to cover 0.53. So nothing crazy here. Days to cover is the short interest divided by 3-month average volume, cost to borrow, annualized interest rate, and then utilization means that there's 86.26% of the current utilizable lendable shares that are being held. This doesn't tell you how many shares are available, but it tells you how many of those available are currently being held by short positions. So pretty decently high utilization, which I don't mind seeing, right? And it's getting a nice little bounce. We're up to $10.31 right now as it's sitting with AMC. Getting some nice freaking price action. Dang. Wow. So if that's true, if that's legitimate, I mean, that would explain a lot. That would explain a lot, because we don't even have a short button on AMC. You can't even short this. And the statement from Webull was, we don't support naked shorting. And that's a little bit of implied. There's a little bit of, implying going on right there saying, hey, we think there's this, it's likely going on. So not surprising. Not surprising. Man, look at Archon. Archon is just moving. Dang. Did they have recent news? Holy Toledo. What a push. What a decent push right there. Up to 675 at a high. Volume really starting to pick up right there. Dang. How's it on the actives? A little ways down the list, but I can see it doing something. CSCW. That popped up new. That wasn't here before. Cold Star Technology. Wow. Dang. High volume of the day. Highest volume of the day. CSCW. Look at her go. It's not much, but my contribution to get Jordan. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. You guys don't have to do that. It does mean a lot to me. Appreciate it, though. I'll definitely listen to you and Jordan. Here's a little dry powder refill to put towards his appearance. Guys, thank you so much. You really don't have to do that, though. It means a lot. It means a lot, but I promise you. Oh, God. Oh, my God. That was weird. Oh, Jesus. Means a lot to me, but I'm hanging in there. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Man, my eyes had a weird spasm. Oh, I took a couple ibuprofen, like 4 of them, just so I don't feel that inflammation. But good morning, Trey. How are your eyes feeling? As you can see, they're doing okay. They're doing okay. We're hanging. AMC down 3.85% right now. It wants to break over this level of resistance right here at about 1035. So waiting for that hard push over 1035. And if we get it, it should come with a pretty decent move. Waiting for that hard move. Hasn't quite gotten it yet. Trey might not like when they attack the community, but I'm not going to accept them attacking Trey. John, it's all good, man. Life goes on. I'm hanging in there. I've got thick skin. I'm doing chill. All right. Could you please check AVGR for short? There's a new patent news coming out. AVGR sure can. Turn the lights off? You wouldn't be able to see me. You wouldn't be able to see me. We need those lights. We need those lights. The ring light kind of is annoying, but it definitely helps. Definitely helps. Doesn't have it. There's no short interest available according to Ortex at the very least, but we will look at it on Fintel, see what they got. Take it with a grain of salt. I say this every single time I use Fintel. They only report limited exchanges. But it's heavy short volume ratio, 33%. Total short share availability, 1.2 million. Looking at a short borrow fee rate of 12%. So it's the potential is there, definitely there. Yeah, I think it's got it. Man, CSCW just doing a thing right now. Holy Toledo. Wow. Nasty moves. Is Arton good for a 2-year hold? Arton. Right on brands. I don't know anything about the company, but it's an OTC market stock. Personally, I wouldn't. Just because I don't know anything about it. It looks like these guys are a consumer cyclical retailer, specialty retailer, other specialty retailer, financials, income statements. We look at these. Wow. They've actually grown a lot. Holy crap. What are their quarterlies? It doesn't have anything for 2020, but dang. I mean, that's actually some pretty solid growth in terms of revenue. Don't mind that at all. Kachiga. Check the art channel in the Discord. I posted my work in progress, Gorilla Gang neon sign, diamond handed gorilla, and flamingo shorts. No way. No. You gotta be kidding. I gotta come check it out. Dude. Oh, that's so cool. That's sick. What? Oh man, the flamingo shorts. Oh god. Oh man. Holy Toledo. Oh, that's cool. Man, dude. You guys freaking rock. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, that's sick. Heck yeah. Wow. Cool stuff, man. That ain't bad. That is pretty sick too. I should look through this art channel more often, honestly. I get so honestly overwhelmed sometimes. Just made this for Trey. Emily, you know what it is. Emily, thank you. You know what it is. Made this quickly last night. Oh, sick. Too cool. Absolutely appreciate it and respect the grind, my friends. There are a lot of talented people out there. For sure. All right. This is towards the 10K for Jordan. Since I'll be benefiting, I'm sorry I don't have much. Nah, you guys really don't have to send that. You really don't have to send that. I mean it. I promise. Doing a good job, man. Thank you, Brendan. I appreciate that. APTO is having a nice run today. Thoughts? APTO, day trade. Personally, I would day trade it, and I wouldn't play it many other ways just because its price action is so much higher than it's really ever gone. So I'd just be careful. I'd be very, very careful. And it's bleeding right now. So I wouldn't touch it until you get a good bottom, because there's risk here, right? So just be careful. That's all I have to say about that. Dark pool investing. I saw that in the chat. Good question. Dark pool investing. We'll just bring that up. So dark pool investing, right? What is this? Dark pool. What is dark pool investing? We're just going to read this off. Essentially, it's a backdoor way for people, institutions primarily, to invest in a stock, whether it's long or short, without people knowing. There are two reasons one may choose to conduct dark pool trading. First, it can make your job sound far more thrilling than it actually is. Stock analysts might not light up that conversation at a party. Dark pool traders, on the other hand, probably ride motorcycles. I don't care about that. What is it? Dark pools, otherwise known as alternative trading systems, are legal private securities marketplaces. In a dark pool trading system, investors place buy and sell orders without disclosing either the price of their trade or the number of shares. Dark pool trades are made over the counter, OTC. This means that the stocks are traded directly between the buyer and seller, oftentimes with the help of a broker. Instead of relying on a centralized pricing, such as with a public exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange, over-the-counter traders reach their price agreements privately. So it's a backdoor way that is legal, by the way, in which you can buy or sell without having to disclose it to the general public. So without any sort of buy or sell orders that would pop up, right? It could tank the stock price or make it rise without people knowing. They don't have to report it over the counter. They don't have to report it. So that's what that's referring to. AMC, by the way, we're gonna give you a quick update. It's down 3.38%. It's getting really close to testing this level of resistance. Still have huge short walls. I didn't even have to check to know it. Check out blue light reading glasses. That's what these are, man. These are blue light. It helps a little bit, but honestly, it's just aggravated. I mean, if I don't know if you guys can see it even. If you guys can see my eye, but it is just not a happy camper right now. It is messed up. My left eye especially. My right eye isn't doing great either, but it's not as bad as my left eye. Man, it's just watering right now. Oh, God. Whew. Shouldn't have gotten that close to the light. That's all right. That's all right. Neo following AMC chart. Let's see. First, are we going to get this break? Are you going to get a break over 1035 right now? Down 3% on the day. Buyers are really starting to step in. They're starting to step in. We got those 3,500 likes. I didn't even realize it. Guys, we got 9,000 people here. You guys are all some lucky chickens, because we're going to pop back a little bit of that Kraken and give a good toast to the community. The freaking Gorilla Gang. GG. The George W. You know what it is. Gotta drink it out of the Gorilla Gang cup. You know what it is, because we're representing the Gorilla Gang when we are taking these toasts. So I'll tell you what. Let's drop some squids. Let's drop some squids in the chat for the almighty Kraken. I tell you what, I've thought about this a couple times. I want to get a chest tattoo someday. As you guys know, I'm very heavily tatted. And I think two of the things that I want, I've been thinking about this for a while, is I want to get a Kraken on my left side and Kong on my right side, because I feel like that just represents some awesome stuff that I've got going on in my life with the community. So this cheers is going to go out to the way that you guys have changed my life forever, and I want to give you a reason why I'm saying that, right? So this is not supposed to be cheesy at all. This is not me like trying to fanboy over my community or whatever it is, because I am honestly fanboying. It's pretty freaking sick. But YouTube changed my life forever. And what do I mean by that? If you're new here, I used to give an introduction to every single one of my videos, and I would talk about how I used to be $30,000 deep in medical debt, right? And it was brutal. It was brutal. My bilateral anterior uveitis is a condition that I've had for 2 years. And before I was on full health coverage, I had to pay for the treatments out of pocket. And it was brutal. It was super brutal. And it crushed me. I lived out of the back of my car. I was eating ramen noodles out of a cup. I was eating bananas for meals, just scraping by. It was freaking really, really tough on me. And when I started YouTube, I all that I wanted to do was show my journey. That's it. Because I'm still a learning investor. I'm 23 years old. This is my process of learning to invest, of changing my own personal life. And I wanted to show that process. And you guys out there, the freaking Gorilla Gang, I could have never imagined the community and family that I've got out there, because honestly, it makes me happy. There are hard days that I have out there where I get caught, lost in the sauce, stuck in the weeds, and you guys pull me out of it. There's some crazy emotional roller coasters, some insane dopamine highs, some insane, valleys, some freaking shadow realm depths, of lows, and you guys bring us through it. So this is for you guys, helping me. You think that I help you, but you guys help me too. It's a relationship. So bottoms up. Cheers to you. Appreciate the Gorilla Gang. Thank you. The reason I mentioned that story about how I was $30,000 in debt is because investing in YouTube changed my life forever. Now, instead of being negative net worth, I'm positive net worth. I was able to, thankfully, for YouTube, I got my first, big boy check. I was able to just put $20,000 on my mortgage. Think about how mind-blowing that is. That's crazy. Out of a $187,000 house, that's just $20,000 that's going to appreciate in value, and it's because of you guys. You do that, YouTube wouldn't work if it wasn't for the audience and the creator both. So I'm very appreciative for you guys, and that's all I have to say about that. All right, Neo following AMC's chart. I didn't answer that. Let me take a look. A peeky weeky. Neo. Whoa! Oh my God! What is that, dude? Why though? Look at that. Neo, AMC. Holy crap. It is. I doubt these are both in the same ETFs, but that's the only thing I can think of. Does anybody know if Neo is in the same ETFs as AMC? Because that's the only reason that I could see why they are moving in tandem like that. Because that is nuts. That's absolutely crazy. Wow. Jesus. Should have put that 20K on AMC. Unfortunately, man, I got to pay my own bills. I got to pay my bills too. I am going to put a lot of money into AMC, though. I'll tell you that right now. I deposited some cash into my account, and I'm waiting for the best opportunities to buy. And I am going to be adding to my position, as you guys all know. I plan on dropping a couple $1,000s here today. Jordan, yes, please. Thank you, thank you. Trey, I sold 40 AMC call options at 60% loss yesterday. I need to make up the cash fast to pay down a medical bill. Any call options, day trade ideas? Well, the first thing that I have to say, man, is please, 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 and I'm not trying to criticize you in the least bit, please don't play with money that you can't afford to lose, right? Any money that you're playing on AMC, any money that you're playing in the stock market, pretend that that money does not exist, right? This money that I've got in my account right now is money that doesn't exist. I'm never going to see this again in my entire life. That's the way that I'm thinking about it when I put it in here, right? So please don't put yourself in a situation where you can't feed yourself, pay your bills, X, Y, Z. And honestly, man, this is probably not the answer that you're looking for, but I don't like emotional investing. If you get into a stock and you're trying to chase and make back losses, sometimes you get caught holding the bag and you end up worse off than you were before. You probably feel shitty right now, right? That you maybe can't afford your bills, but you're going to feel way more shitty if you get into a trade that doesn't end up working, So I'd be careful. Day trading is risky. There's nothing guaranteed about it. I just don't want you to get stuck in a situation that you can't get out of. So I know that wasn't the answer that you were looking for. I apologize if that was kind of a Debbie Downer moment, but I just want to take care of you, man. I want to take care of you. I really do mean when I say that. Hop V, lots of volume. Lots of volume on Hop V. You'd be correct. You would be correct. Hop V is an insane amount of volume. Number 2 on the day. And this is the company that signed a deal with Dolphin. They're making a nice bounce off of that 611 mark right now. AMC down 3.5% on the day at 1028 right now is where we're sitting. But we got a nice, beautiful ascending level of support. What I'm watching for is kind of a wedge formation. So if we can get, a little bit of a break over this level of resistance right here and hold up on that ascending level of support, that's a pretty good setup. That is a pretty good setup right there. Beautiful. All right, what do you think about GIGM? Any potential there? GIGM. Giga Media. As a day trade, yeah, I would say so as a day trade, but I don't like the strength of it. It's already retraced a pretty decent amount. It might have pulled back too much. 50%. We need to bounce off of 50%. Otherwise, I don't like it. If it bleeds below that, it's already broken the VWAP, so it's not currently in bullish territory anymore, which I don't like. I'd like to see it bounce off that 50%. So if it gets it, that's a pretty solid opportunity. Watch for that. Watch for break over descending resistance. This line right here. That's what I'd be looking for as well. It'd be sitting pretty well. Trey, please read this. You need a red face light, not bright white. You also need to actually set your Windows night mode so it's darker red. This will save your eyes. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I don't have a red light. This ring light is only white settings. So maybe I can buy something else down the road. New to your channel. Nice content. Really enjoy it. Dude, welcome to the community. Drop some grooves in the chat for all the new people in here. All the new people in here, it's great to have you. Absolutely appreciate it immensely. I'll tell you what, if we get to 7,500 likes by the end of this live stream, I'll be going for another hour. We will drop back another kick of the Kraken and just, celebrate everybody out there who is rocking with the Gorilla Gang and the Gorilla Crew. All the silverbacks and orangutans out there. Massively, massively appreciate you. So, yes. All right. What if they drive the price all the way down and cover their shorts? AMC. So, it's possible they do. But the thing is, if they cover their shorts and you still have the same buying pressure and they stop shorting the stock, well, then it's just inherent growth that's pushing AMC's price action, That's what it comes down to. I still think it goes up. If this wasn't being heavily shorted right now, I mean, even if they all covered, bam, every single short position steps out, just pure buying pressure alone, the fact that nobody's selling this stock, I think it would break $20 within 1 or 2 days. Literally. I literally do. Because then the call options start stacking, then you get gamma squeezes, then it just keeps on freaking moving. The reason that it hasn't is because of the short pressure. So even if they cover, right? Even if they cover, this thing is going to do what it's got to do. Definitely. Have you read The Float is Bloated DD on Reddit? I just went over it, man. Just did. That looks pretty legit. And honestly adds up. I mean, it adds up big time, for sure. Let me check my text here really quick. Check your phone. What is this? Oh, trying to tell me about that red light. I know. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hilarious. All right. What do you think of the Funko news? Worth a buy. So I haven't read the news yet, but I do know that it's trading as a good day trade. 2146. Man, it's still running. She's still going. And it looks like it broke that level of resistance too. That double top. Yeah. It got a hard break. Let's see the news. NFT speculation. Yeah, the only thing that I don't like is that it's speculation. So if it doesn't come to fruition, you've got a repeat of YVR. YVR got beat down. Beat down. They got beat down. And they're not bouncing back because it was speculation, you know. It doesn't show a lot of strength, you know. I personally, I would just be cautious. I would be cautious for sure. I think it's worth a buy for a day trade, but I wouldn't hold it for a prolonged period of time until you get a confirmation, you know. Off V sitting at 637 right now as it sits. My dollar cost average, I am in this for a quick flip today or tomorrow, and then I'm going to take those profits and put them into AMC, not holding this long term, just looking for some quick in and out price action, and I'll be taking those profits out. So we'll wait and see how she ends up moving. And like I mentioned, my profits going straight into the piggy bank, making some cash so that I can take advantage of AMC being pretty cheap stock right now. That's what I'm waiting on doing. What is the ideal situation to stop the hedge funds putting these shorts in play? How do we push past them and eat bananas? We need higher interest and less shares available to short. Less shares available to short, and we need I think there's a lot of FUD going around, a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And because of that, and inevitably, you probably are losing some apes. I think most apes are holding, but I think the majority of apes probably aren't buying because they're afraid of catching a falling knife. And I understand that, right? Everything that we've taught and everything that we know about, technical setups, you don't catch falling knives. You don't invest on the way down. You invest at the bottom. And most people don't want to invest on the way up either because they don't want to pay inflated prices. In order to drive the price action, you got to buy throughout. So all the purchases that I made on AMC have been at a plethora of different price points. I bought at $13, I bought at 10, I bought at 14, I bought at 9, I bought at 5, I bought at 7. I bought all over the place. My dollar cost average is kind of wonky because of that, but I'm trying to support the price action when I make my purchases. So that's my personal opinion. I think that's what it's going to take. It's Powell talking in Congress. Yeah, I forgot that guy's here. I forgot Powell. I forgot about that guy. What do you do? Come on, bro. We all know your PW is not a dead skirt. Oh, it's not a dead skirt. Drop it in the chat. Dude, Zinix, I'm so glad that you're always here, man. It's great to have you. Zinix, dudes and dudettes, if you want to check him out on YouTube, this is me shouting out a bro because you are a legitimate bro. You just watch the channel to help out. Sometimes I get people, man, like, I love helping out the small guy. Don't get me wrong in the least bit. I love doing it because I was a small guy too once. But sometimes I get people on the channel who will, like, how do I say it? Try to advertise with their super chats. And, like, I understand. Like, I get that. But I'm not about money. It's not about money for me. I'm trying to have a conversation. So this is a dude that I would support. You don't have to pay me to shout out your channel because I actually enjoy your stuff. Red Dead Redemption, he does a lot of cool stuff in this realm of the world. Check him out, man, for sure. You can see I was watching some of his videos. I watched this one. What other ones have I seen? Yeah, not that important, but he's got some good ones. Some good ones for sure. Hey, Trey, keep up the awesome work. Thoughts on CIDM, day trade CIDM, Cinedigm. Has some pretty nice moves up to 211, 220. It looks like it's bouncing, but I just don't know. It might hold up. Let's look at a Fibonacci retracement. Let's look at the strength. 61.8. I mean, you got an engulfing candlestick pattern that could potentially play out here. So I would wait for that, see if it gets it. And a George W setup. If it breaks back over the VWAP, I'd say it might have some continuation. But it definitely broke that, and the buying pressure is not as high as it was earlier in the day. Not quite all there right now. Right now, anyways. All right. Please analyze Rocket. Rocket, long-term stock. It used to be a short squeeze potential, but I think most of the shorts have gotten out. I'm going to be real with you. I got to be real with you. But I do like them as an actual stock and company. I think the potential is 100% there. If you're looking at rocket companies on Ortex, the utilization actually went back up. It's at 85%. It was at like 50. It was at 50. Let's look at the short share availability. Short share availability. I wish I had better information. If anybody knows a website out there that gives the actual information in real time, that'd be sick. Yeah, it's got a lot of short share availability. 10 million shares is a lot. So it's not quite squeeze potential yet. So I'd say long-term play. It could get there again, but it's going to take some time. 12, 13, 14 calls for Friday. Am I SOL or is there a chance? Missed you yesterday, but take care of you, brother. Appreciate that, Sean. Thank you. I think there's a chance, yes. But it depends on what you purchase them at, right? If you purchase them in the $12, $13, $14 range, well, it's going to be tougher for you to come out on top because the price of an option reflects on the price of the stock's price action. So I'd just be cautious. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough to say what AMC is going to do. It's so unpredictable. It really is. The day-to-day price action is unpredictable. It's really hard. Matt Guy's show. Why is he always so negative? He said dark pool, OTC, shorting, and manipulation is a lie. Please stop. DBZ for life. Dude, I appreciate that name, by the way. I don't think dark pool trading is a lie by any means. I think that dark pool trading is legitimate and legal, and I think it happens. I think it's just limited, right? I do think it's possible, but there's not definitive. We don't see it happen. We don't see it happen. But there's definitely proof, I would say, that does validate the fact that it's very possible, and I would see happening. I think it is. I think it's happening with AMC. I'll just come forth right and say it, I did see that tweet from Joshua James regarding the dark pools and a large amount of shares, for sure. And I actually tweeted at him. We're going to see if we can get him on. I think that'd be actually really cool to have a conversation with him and see his opinion on what's going on there in that neck of the woods. We'll check Twitter. We'll check it. I'm going to search up Kong. Hedgies versus Kong, baby. It's the final countdown. Ba-da-dum-boom. Oh, I cannot wait to watch this movie, guys. This comes out on the 31st. The 31st, we're so close. Look at these weird spasms throughout the day. What do you do? AMC, as it's sitting right now, just trading sideways, consolidating. It broke that ascending level of support. It's broke down a little bit. Level 2s, crazy short walls. Again, per usual. Not much has changed there. We're waiting to see if it's going to end up getting a push over this level of resistance at 1035. That's what I'm waiting on. We're waiting on that right now. Photogrammer. How is the AMC short walls back at the first spike and dip when prices were at the $5 range? Do you think there are more walls driving the price down, keeping it down, or similar? I think it's very similar. To be honest with you, I didn't have level 2s the first time around. I was still using Fidelity, and I didn't pay for level 2s on Fidelity. However, I do think they are likely just as high, if not higher, as they were back then. The big difference being, it's the final countdown. I love it. The big difference being that there's just more attention to it now. We didn't have as much knowledge and information as we have available to us now with all the intelligent apes out there that have been doing, an insane amount of research, for sure. Price prediction for AMC end of the week. I'm not going to give one, man. I wish that I could, but it's just so hard to say. It's just, it looks like it's found a bottom. At the very least, I'll say that. It looks like it has at least found a bottom because it's been stair-stepping down continuously for the last couple days now to 976. Now it's at 1018 at this current price point, but it's not stepping down again. It looks like it's finally got a bottom, and we'll see. We'll wait and see what ends up happening. You can short AMC. No, you cannot. There's no short button right here. You can't short this on Webull anyways, I'll tell you that. And Webull's not letting you because there's no short share availability. You cannot short AMC on Webull. I did read Joshua James' comment. Hopefully you guys were able to catch that. So it seems it turned out trade into an investment. It's a different mindset. Got to play a little long game. Fair enough. The game is the game. It does. Yeah. I mean, here's a good example. Wells Fargo. Now, I don't like the company that much. I'm going to be honest with you. But if you look at Wells Fargo's price action, right? Look at this over the last year. Look at how bumpy this is. Look how long. I mean, they had a crazy bleed down, and now they're approaching some all-time highs, in the last year. I mean, they were at $54. Then, COVID hits. They crash. And then down to 20 bucks, bouncing back. This can very easily happen to different companies, right? Be patient. Be patient. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say about that. All right. Trade off the white. I've got no white hair, though. I like that, though. I really do. AMC is at 1024. Man, just a crazy pullback right now. Crazy pullback. Just is really getting tracked. And when I'm looking at these candle wicks, guys, look at these bottoming tails. That tells you that there's a lot of buying pressure. Like, they're trying to push the price back up, but we just can't get it moving. I'm waiting to see. I haven't missed your super chat, Alan. I'm going through them one at a time. I'm just trying not to miss anybody. Thank you, Jonathan. Got some in that info that Target Hospitality won a huge contract to service the Biden admin's border detention facilities. Thoughts? TH. If that's legitimate, it should drive the price action pretty hard. Just depends how the market reacts to it, It's all dependent on market sentiment, and we don't know. It's hard to predict. Sometimes you got crazy news catalysts that don't even end up driving price action, which is insane. It doesn't make sense, but sometimes it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Trey, which price you have at AMC and which price you want to buy more? I hold over 700 shares. AMC, my average price is $9.38, and I'm waiting to see if it's going to retest the low 10s, high 9s again, right? Waiting to see. If it bounces off 1035 a second time and it doesn't get the break, I will likely purchase some more at that point in time, right? I'll not when it breaks. So let me reword this. If it breaks 1035, that is when I would probably take the next stab at it. If it bounces, I'll wait for a retest of the low 10s, high 9s. That'd be my 2 cents there. We want you to kill the light, brother. Ring light off. Turn off ring light. It looks bad. It makes the quality of the videos look bad. I'm okay. I can hang in there. I'll be around for another, 45-ish minutes. I can hang in there. I promise you. All good. Shorting TH. All right. I mean, you do you, man. It's not my thing. Microvost, aka THCB. It's a holding company that's going to merge with the EV Bat Comp that is supplying Oshkosh, who won the USPS truck contract. THCB. Tucson. Let's see what we got. That looks pretty rough, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know why it's bleeding that bad. But I wouldn't touch it. Not until it finds a bottom. Not until she finds a bottom. We got to ask the Wolf about this also. Joshua James talks about, I did contact him. I contacted Josh, so that's good to go. You'll need to sign up for a free trial. It wouldn't let me send with hyperlink, so I just spaced it out. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Peaky Weeky at Check Capital for a long play. Thanks. We missed you yesterday, brother. Check Capital. Check. Is that this company? Oh, it must be. Yeah, duh. Check. So I like Check. I played it as a swing, a day trade at one point in time. But personally, I would wait until it gets more price action because there's just not a lot of volume coming in this. Yeah, I don't like it. It's retraced this much, man. I don't like that. At all. It's done almost a 100% retracement. It broke that 78.6% level, so it's pretty likely going to continue to bleed until it finds a level of support. And there's just not much here until you come down to about $1.53. If I was holding it, I'd cut it. I'd cut it until it bottoms at the very least. That's just me. All right. Thank you to Glenn. I appreciate that. Thoughts on HOFV? Thanks, Trey. I personally think HOFV is going to be a multi-day runner. I do. I think that HOFV as well as DLPN are going to be multi-day runners. The NFT sector, I mean, you can see what TCAT did. TCAT is a great example of, the potential of what's going down. I think, honestly, the NASDAQ, the market as a whole is kind of pulling back right now, and that's why it's reflecting in price action, as you're seeing. It looks like it's actually making a little comeback, so that's good. Up 0.21%, but it was down really gnarly, and I think there's a Fed talk today, so Trey, your face is the sun for me. Oh, man. The faceless ones, dude, I appreciate that. Thank you. No need to turn off the light. Just turn down the exposure on your camera. Look up how to do it on YouTube. Matthew, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. I know that I could turn down the brightness at the very least. So let me see what I can do. So it's less bright now. That helps a little bit. Appreciate that, brother. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. Good to have you here. The NASDAQ right now is really uncertain. I am really interested to see what ends up happening, because I don't think we're completely out of this downward correction. We haven't quite gotten that break that I'm looking for. So we had a level of support right here, right? This ascending level of support. We broke out of that downward channel, ascending level of support, broke it. Now it's consolidating a little bit. There's some indecision going on right now. There's some indecision. I'm not entirely sold. This looks like a big mumbo jumbo mess. There's not any direction, I don't know what direction the market's going to go, but we'll wait and see. Can you shout out for Hope for the Warriors? I would love to see this organization grow and get the word out to vets, active duty, and their families of another organization in their corner. A shout out to Hope for the Warriors. I will check them out. Definitely. And I will get to your email, I promise you. I want to rock with this live stream while we're playing it, but I promise you I will get to that. And Adrian, I really do appreciate you. You're always watching these live streams. It does mean a lot to me. G-News is up 14% today. Wow. Man. I was not bullish on G-News for a very long time, but this is looking pretty bullish, guys. It's pretty solid. G-News, good day trade. Any other tickers? I'm down. Alan. So I would say that there's not enough volatility in G-News as of right now for a decent day trade, but it's cheap. So you can make a pretty decent amount of cash pretty quick, relatively fast. I think probably the best day trades are, as of right now, let me check my pre-market gappers and see if we've got any good setups. Archon. Let's see what Archon's looking like. It looks like it's pretty bullish. Yeah, I mean, Archon doesn't have the volatility, but it's got a lot of strength, so that's good. Looks like Phoenix also is a new mover. Started moving pretty relatively recently. Trying to see if it holds up over that VWAP, the volume weighted average price. If it breaks that VWAP, I would not trade it. I would hold off at that point if it breaks it. Space Coast. Thank you, Matthew. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Matthew is a real one, man. Go check out his channel. Seriously. I remember tuning into one of his live streams, and people were bashing me saying I was a fraud or something, and he stood up for me way back in the day. Way back before I was 100K subs, which is really cool, man. I appreciate that. Really do. All right. Anywho, $15 call for Workhorse, down 35%. Should I hold or cut? Personally, I wouldn't play Workhorse right now. I mean, it's just a falling knife. It's really, really struggling right now. She's not doing it. I would take the loss personally, unless you're expecting a news catalyst. If you're expecting a news catalyst always trumps technical analysis. So that's what you're waiting on. If there's some sort of news, it will move, but if not, it'll probably just keep bleeding. We like the Matt Perry. We love the Matt Perry, man. Matt Perry is a G. Absolutely. Josh was using Market Chameleon. That's what I sent to you all. Oh, yeah. I got you now. Market Chameleon. So, let's see if we can pull this up here. Market chameleon.com/overview/AMC/VWAP table/trading hours. Look at that. There we go. AMC has traded a total of 30 million shares today for a combined VWAP price of $10.45. The standard deviation of this 1 minute VWAP intervals is 31 cents. The last price was negative 0.7 standard deviations below the day's VWAP. Dark pool trades. Dark pool trades reported for AMC have accounted for 52% of the total volume today. Whoa, oh my God. Over the past 20 days, the average dark pool volume has been 54%. Total volume in the dark pool is 15.5 million. The VWAP price for only the dark pool trades is 10.45. Wow. That's pretty freaking legitimate. That's pretty freaking legitimate. Jesus Christ. Woo! Dang, that gets me excited. I can't lie to you. That is freaking sick. So that's it. That's all the proof in the pudding, baby. The dark pool trades are there. Cowabunga it is. Cowabunga it is, guys. 9,000 people watch right now. Thank you to everybody that is tuned into the podcast. I'm actually going to bookmark this. I think this is a good source to have. Thank you for that. Thank you. I'm going to reference that down the road again. AMC, are we getting any sort of movement? Baby. It would appear not yet, but we're going to look. Yeah, not quite. Not quite yet. Looks like we might have gotten that bounce. 50% of my portfolio is AMC. Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that. I'm playing it. I'm in for the haul. Definitely. All right. Oh, pre-market gappers is watching right now? Dude. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. That's sick. Stay humble, buddy. Appreciate the multiple shout-outs. You know what it is, man. I was looking for a gapper to use, and we're definitely going to rock with it. It's a great platform so far. I'm digging it. And they're very choosy about the alerts, so that's good. Don't mind that at all. Do not mind that in the least bit. Trey, take a peek at week at ICBU. They're converting to mining more crypto. I'm assuming that's why they had that nice move up to about 4 cents, but just be cautious. If you're going to trade OTC market stocks, all that I would say is expect volatility and expect that you may walk away losing, right? There's risk. Over the counter, very, 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 very risky. Don't fall for Matthew Perry down to AMC at one point. All the doubters will be called out. Will recoup people, though. I think it's hard. I think it's really hard not to say that, not to have doubt, you know? I get it. It was a freaking scary situation. I mean, AMC was tough. I mean, when it was down at $5, whoo, if I wasn't doing as much DD and research as I was, I would have been freaking out. I would have been done. I would have been like, man, what is going on? But we held on, right? And that's why I'm holding on now. We've done it once, we'll do it again. Stop taking your glasses off. I know. Luke, right? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Buy or hold AMC, scary money, don't make money. You know what it is. Deep in ship, 90 cents, earnings at 11 a.m., expected positive. Thoughts on this chart and opinion? What would you do? Hold, sell, run, drink AMC to the moon. I'll tell you what I will do. If we get to 7,500 likes by the end of this video, is I'll put down some more Kraken. I'll tell you that right now. So get Kraken, baby. One thing that brings me a lot of joy is I see that there are more people out there now that are drinking Kraken. It just makes my whole freaking day. I love seeing that. Pretty deep at 90 cents. It's flat right now, but if it's a good earnings, it'll move. I'm assuming it's coming after hours. I would try and sell on the way. So when it tops out, you see that first red candle, you know, that's when I would take profits personally, unless it's crazy news catalyst. Crazy. I like Matthew Perry, guys. You're not going to convince me otherwise. You are not going to convince me otherwise. He's a bro. Help mod on Andrews. Looking like you need a mod. Vegas Chef Andrew. I got you, man. Thank you. I've got quite a few moderators, but I appreciate that. Rest of the mods, don't lose them. We need you. I will, Luke. I promise you. APTO, is it still moving? Let's find out. Up to 678 right now. Looks like it's found a nice bottom. Yeah. Gonna test that VWAP soon? We'll wait and see. Volume is a little dead. It's not as high as it was before. Looking at their profile, it's a pharmaceutical company. Had some nice moves, though. Dang. Pretty dirty. Not gonna lie. Love the channel. Thanks for all you do. Teaching and entertaining. Work goes by quick. Much more quickly now. Dude. Gorilla Gang. GG. Drop some gorillas. Crack into the moon. You got it. Matt Cruz just said, oh, I did read that. DLPN. Dolphin. DLPN, I think, is going to be a multi-day runner. It's going to be volatile. It's going to be really, really volatile. Man, oh, I forgot I had a trade open. No. Oh my God. Bob Saget. Oh, God. Dude. Nah. Man. Dude, this is the problem with live streaming on YouTube. This always happens. I'll look at a stock and I'll be like, this has a good setup. I'll take a stab at it. And then I go and read through super chats. I do some different reading. I look at different sources. And I forget that I have a trade open. And I come back to this. Ah! God. Ah, man. That's, God. Ah. Ah, God, God. That sucks. Oh, what do you do? Jesus. Well, can't help but laugh. Can't help but laugh. What do you do? It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. DLPN, I'm still bullish on, as I'd mentioned, even though I'm holding this pretty heavy right now. I do think it's going to continue to run. If you look at TCAT, right? TCAT was a very similar situation where it had crazy moves followed by some pullbacks. Crazy move, pullback. I mean, I think it's going to reflect this pretty heavily. And TCAT's taking a big beat down right now as well. I think that DLPN will be a pretty similar situation. I think it'll come back. I think it will. For sure. Love that you can laugh at it. That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do. Why don't you set up a trailing stop loss? Because I like to actively manage my stocks. I should do trailing stop losses. You're definitely right. But when I say trailing stop loss for 5 to 10%, right? Personally, I just usually watch. And if it drops that 5% mark, because I want to be able to watch the price action. If it looks like it's bottoming out and I get triggered by a stop, then I hate that. You know, I just like watching my trades. But unfortunately, I would have been better off with that trailing. You know, that is what it is. What do you do? Piss. I know you can't talk about your job, but when are you leaving? I like your name, Trey. Unfortunately, I can't talk about my job, as you'd mentioned. You're correct. Or if I'm leaving. I can't say that either. But I will say as I am beginning a medical paperwork process right now. And that's all that I can say. I can't tell you what's going to happen. I can't tell you when it's going to happen. All that I can say is that it has begun. I'm doing some paperwork today. In fact, that's going to be what I'm doing at this meeting. All right. Check Givo. Steve-O, baby. Givo, what do we got? Will covering my eye help at all? If I had an eye patch, yeah. I used to have one, believe it or not. Maybe I should buy another. Guys, if I had an eye patch, would you still watch my channel? That's the big question. I feel like I would look pretty goofy. Could you imagine being a new viewer and this guy is trading with an eye patch on? That'd be something. Givo I'm bullish on. I think Givo will do some good things. They got beat down pretty bad, along with the whole electric vehicle clean energy sector. Sitting at 913 right now on a standing level of support. They got a George W, a double bottom setup right here. I think it's got good potential. Yeah, I like that buy-in point. It looks solid. I did explain dark pool trading. You got to go back on the live stream and check it out if you want to do that. But the dark pool trading essentially is just over-the-counter OTC. They don't have to report when they buy or sell. So they can dump price action and it doesn't get reported. So it's bad. It's not good. Not good. Eye patch and Kraken. Yes. Definitely. F yeah. Fury. That'd be something else. I just got to leave these on. They get annoying. I don't dig them. Let me get back to this. This is work related. Hey dude, doing good. I'm definitely good for a ride today. Eyes hanging. All right. Good. So I'm not driving to work right now. They don't want me driving cars, unfortunately. So I'm just hitching rides. Eyes hanging all right. Could we stop and get some grub on the way? I haven't eaten yet. Probably get some Subway. All right. Thank you, Michael. I did get back to ship. Hopefully you're able to catch that. Opinion on ride at MVIS. Are you asking my opinion on MVIS? Michael Butterworth. Come on. Michael. You must be new here. You must be new here, man. You must be new here. Microvision is going to be absolutely fine. Microvision's price is psychological. This thing could sit at 10 cents for literally the dawn of time until that buyout. And I will just, like, if this was at $1 right now, I would, and I'm not kidding you when I say this, you would make more money if this was at $1 and you put all of your life savings into Microvision at $1 than you probably would with AMC. Because that buyout, I think, is going to be worth 70 to 100 bucks. Nah, I'm playing. I had you going, though, didn't I? Had you going. But I do think it's going to be good. I think Microvision's buyout is going to pay you a lot. So this is a buyout company, man. It's an acquisition company. You're buying and waiting. You're holding. You're holding on. Don't sweat the day-to-day stuff. Price is psychological. Ride, however, got beat down. Electric vehicle company. Lordstown Motors. Yeah, I wouldn't touch it. Falling knife. No good. No good. Trey, wear an eye patch and start off with Binks. Oh, man, dude. Yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, ho. Binkasu no sake yo. Sono tare yuku yo. I love that song, man. Oh, so good. So good. Binks sake. Binkasu no sake yo. Look at AMC chart. Forget for a minute that it's AMC. If someone showed you the chart and asked what to do, would you really be bullish on it? Says Roger Lyon. If I was looking at the chart alone, I would say it's respecting an ascending level of support. I would say if it breaks this right here, right? If it begins a real hard downward moving channel, more so than this, right? It breaks below, 778. Then probably not. No. At least not in the short term, right? But there's more that plays into it than just the stocks charting, right? If we were just playing this by the chart setup alone, I'd be doing you a disservice. I'd be lying to you guys. There's more that plays into this than just charts price action. But if I was to look at this alone, I mean, obviously the last 4 days aren't bullish, man. We just straight bled. I'm not trying to be disrespectful in the least bit, but I don't know what kind of answer you're expecting, I understand that the last 4 days don't look good, It looks terrible. It sucks. But take a step back and look at this, right? $5 up to 14. What are we looking at in terms of retracement? Right now, that's a 61.8, so we just barely broke below 50. We're just below that 50% retracement right now, It's okay. It's okay, I am going to continue to hold because I see the potential. Guys, I've got my money on the line here too. I could have cashed out if I wanted with a $10,000 gain, But I'm not, I see where you're coming from. I do, And I'm not trying to disrespect you in the least bit or make you feel bad because that's not it. And I'm not about that. I'm never, ever about that. We're a respectful community. But what I will say is there's more that plays into it. Matthew Perry, I saw you said something about Ride. Look at the 1 year. As a swing, yeah, I don't mind it. I just wouldn't catch it right now. I wouldn't buy it until it bottoms out. I like to look for specific, signs that you found at bottom. And if we look at this on a 1 month, it just hasn't gotten it yet. But yeah, you're totally right, man. Taking a step back and looking at it on a 1 year, it's a different situation for sure. It's got some crazy highs, $31. I would just personally swing it. Yeah, I wouldn't even hold this long. You're totally right. The only thing that I don't like is that it broke this right here. It's setting new lows, and then there's no level of support to hold it up besides a $10 range. So I just wouldn't catch it yet. I would hold off at least for now. That's just me. APTO pulling back. It looks like looking at this on the 1 day. No, it's still moving. Trying to test out that VWAP as it's sitting right now. Yo ho ho yo ho ho. All right, check out SNCA 1.8 short interest 74.60. SNCA. So you can have high short interest, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to squeeze, you know? You need a reason or a news catalyst. So, you know, we had one a day ago. It moved, but it wasn't a very strong move. You know, it pumped and it immediately dumped. You got that hard move. This is a two highs, low close candlestick pattern. That's what I call it. Typically, that's not bullish. That means that it just got dumped. Bam, in and out. People got in and out, and there was no strength, no continuation. So I would personally stay away. The volume didn't follow through. It dumped immediately. It's just not for me. Not for me. At least not for now, unless a new news catalyst comes out. I don't know what kind of news you're expecting here, but if you are expecting news that could push that short squeeze, right, then you're in a different situation. But we just don't know if we have that yet. Yeah, I personally, if you have profit on this, I would take it. If you day traded it, I would take that profit, but it's entirely up to you. You guys pull the trigger. You guys pull the trigger at the end of the day. Trey, you're the man. Thank you, Ghost. You know what it is, bro. I love you too, bro. Love you too, bro. You know what it is. Guys, appreciate every single one of you that is watching right now. AMC is down about 4.41%. Not very exciting price action here so far. Volume on the day, 38 million in total volume, according to Webull. Trading sideways. It's doing some pretty boring barcoding again. Again. And that is not fun to watch. Let me just get back to this text about work. I just got to stay on top of this stuff. All right. I was thinking of stopping at Subway. Oh, yeah. Get that meatball marinara, baby. You know what it is. Hell yeah. All right. Cowabunga. So, by the sounds of it, I will likely have to head out here in about 20 minutes, 25. So you got me for a little while longer. Just got to shave. Got to shave the old face. I think probably clean myself up, getting the uniform, the whole 9 yards. So, there we go. Hey, Trey, the SSR is actually in place again. It was placed back on yesterday at 10:37 a.m. and lasts until 3:25. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't recognize that. Let's take a look. We can actually fact check that. I believe you 100%, but this is too easy to check, so we might as well. SSR is on. Yeah, you're right. 100%. My apologies. The SSR is on. It is enforced as of right now. Trigger price is $9.59. Wow. There we go. Trading sideways is good, bro. If we can build support at 1019, we're good to go. Building support and trading sideways is good. You're totally right. You're totally right. I'm not being negative in the least bit. Consolidation favors bulls in a bullish scenario, right? Consolidation in this situation is a little bit different. You know, what I would look at is this. I mean, we consolidated right here, bled. Consolidation, actually had a nice move, and then it pulled back again, which is frustrating. But regardless, I'm not worried about it. Not in the least bit. I stand by the data and what the data is saying. Did Andrew ever eat a meatball sub? He did. I love to see it, man. Love to see it. What a guy. Robinhood just robbed me. I had 10,000 in my account, and then the next day, all my stocks are gone, and they just left me with 400. What? Memphis MTZ. What the heck, dude? How? What was the reasoning? I have never heard of that. Holy freaking crap. Dude, you're in my thoughts. Don't send me super chats, man. Don't do that. No. Save your money. You're not in a position to be doing that. Take care of yourself. Feed yourself. Load up that account. Be a little greedy. Be selfish. It's all good. I'm sorry that happened to you, dude, but that freaking sucks. Dang. That's frustrating. I'm sorry, man. Thank you to Review Dork. Thank you to Texas. I appreciate that. Kevin, hey, Trey, did you happen to see Fox News showing AMC has a strong short squeeze possibility? I didn't, but I believe it. It is. It's because it's true. It is. It's 100% a good short squeeze potential stock. It is. I wouldn't cover it otherwise. I've got my own name on the line, Totally. People are telling me I see in the chat now that Josh replied to me, so I better check this out. Let's see it. Yo. Rock on. What a dude. Beautiful. Cowabunga it is, my man. Let's try for sometime this weekend. Shoot me a DM on Twitter, my man. There we go. Cooking with Crisco. Cooking. Did anyone else see the hedge fund advertisement before your video? No way, dude. That's ridiculous. That's freaking dumb. God dang. Trey knows the way. Moneymakers, baby. Let's go. Thank you. You know what? Your subscribers say we are not effing leaving. Dude, I love it. I'm honestly worried about it. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I think about like the life of my YouTube channel after AMC. I'm going to keep doing me, but are people still going to watch? You know, it's hard not to wonder. AMC looks like it has broken a level of support, so it's begun another downward trend as of right now. We're going to wait and see. Is it going to test out 993? If it does and it holds, I will buy a 993, add to my position here at that level of support as she sits right now. MVIS entry point. Look at this macroscopically speaking. Over on a 3-month chart, what do we got, right? Falling knife right now. It is falling, so you're looking for a hold over level of support, probably right about here. It's that 14. Is that actually lower than that right now? Oh, it is. It already broke it. Shoot. That tells you how good my eyes are doing. The next level of support is 1229. Right around here. Yeah. I'd say maybe even a little lower. 12 bucks. I hate to say it, but it's legitimate. It's legitimate for sure. Dude, you should get another monitor for your wall that displays just your current trades. That way you can see red or green status at a glance while you handle other tasks for your stream. Dude, I 100% am going to someday. I am. Once I move into my house, out where I'm going to be living, I am going to have the coolest setup going on. I'm going to mount a freaking TV. It'll be like Meet Kevin, except not Meet Kevin. It'll be, Trey's Trades. I'll have a TV up here so I'm actually going to have 3 monitors. So I'm going to get a big desk. It'll be one here, one here, one here. So that I can watch more things at once. I'll have a TV up here so I can see my actual trades. Man, I'm so bummed. I'm so bummed that I didn't realize I had that open. Gah, I always get distracted. I just get distracted. That's tough. I'm not worried about it because I actually think DLPN will be a long-term, mover. I think it's going to move over a couple of days, to be real with you. But it's frustrating for now. All right. If they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. Yeah, you got it, man. You got it. I'm not stressing. I got good people in my corner. I appreciate the gorillas out here, for sure. I've got 45 calls on AMC at $15 strike price for April 1. You think I'm good? You've got time. You've definitely got time, but you're definitely down on them right now. Personally, if I was in your shoes, what I would have done, and this is, and this is a hindsight sort of thing, is as I'd seen they were falling, I probably would have taken a loss and then reestablished on the bottom for that $15 call because they're cheap and you can sell them on the way up. It doesn't have to hit 15 bucks, unless it's the day of expiration, maybe. And you'd be sitting pretty good. That's what I would have done. But it very well may approach $15 again by April, though. I think it's possible. I just don't know if or when, it's a guessing game. It's a guessing game, right? I don't think anybody anticipated that we drop all the way down to 10 bucks, Oh, man. Excuse me, guys. Woo! CSCW is moving. We're going to check that out. Pop her in. Color star. Yeah, she is again. I'm going to take a stab at this. That's a good setup. I like that. I'm going to take 1,000 share size for now, and I can always add to my position after. Bam. In at $1.98. Found a bottom. So we're playing in a new bottom out here, right? So what am I looking at in terms of a trend? You broke a descending level of resistance, right? It's begun a new ascending level of support. So it's on a upward moving channel. I'm digging that. That's good. So I'm gonna add to my position potentially as it continues to move. The high is 215. So we're watching for a break over 215 as the potential next move for this stock. So I'll take a stab at this CSCW. I could potentially add to my position as it continues to move, but I'm just sticking a starter size. So 1,000 at $1.98. Comes out to about $2,000. DMED via Instagram. Oh, DM via Instagram. What Josh posted to be interested to look at. I already messaged you, man. You're good to go. Good to go. F the haters. Haters gonna hate. We love you and you've learned so much. Thank you, Matt Weiler. Dude, you're the man. Seriously. I appreciate you. I appreciate the whole Gorilla Gang. It's good. It's good. Hey, bro, I am glad you're back. Check out Jackson Hunter. He loves the channel, too. He pointed out yesterday that hedgies were shorting the ETF SFYF. It contains AMC. Check it out. You guys should work together someday. I've actually looked into Jackson Hunter, I believe. Let me come back. Hopefully you guys were able to catch that video yesterday talking about why I wasn't on and you guys understood. Jackson Hunter. Oh, no, I don't think I have caught him. I'm going to be honest. My apologies. I have not seen his videos. I got to be real. I thought I did, but I have not. Interesting. Okay. He's got a sick beard, dude. Man, that thing's freaking... He's a straight up hipster. Straight up hipster. There we go. Cowabunga. She's continuing to move. Continuing to move. I'm gonna add size. Add another 800 shares. Got to push over $2. Psychological level of resistance. Total position 1800 at a $1.99. 8. That's what I'm playing with right now. With CSCW, gonna be looking forward to a little gain here. You know, 5%, you know, 6%, whatever it ends up being. Take what it gives you. Take what she gives you, and I'll take those profits out. And they're gonna come back to AMC and see if it's bottomed out yet. It's sitting at 1016. If we get a break over that descending level of resistance, it's really just trading sideways. It just can't make up its mind. There's not enough volume to make a hard push. That's the big thing, guys, is the volume. We haven't had enough volume. 39 million of volume is really flat. I mean, if you look at the volume leaders, this doesn't even make the list. It doesn't even make the list. So all the liquidity in the market is just getting pushed into other stocks. You know? That's what's going on. And, like, I understand that because I'm trying to make money on other stocks so I can put it into AMC also, you know? I totally get it. My YouTube channel is not a dead cat. You guys rock. Seriously, appreciate that. Trey, check out SNCA. Stockholders meeting today for more shares in the market because of merger happening. Company said a reverse split will happen to increase price per share. 20K shares left. Fee 74.5%. SNCA. I feel like I've traded this before. Have I? Yeah, I thought I have. I've traded SNCA. So that could be a good one, just based on the information you're saying. I wouldn't buy it yet. I would wait until there's a bottom out. It's better to catch the end of the beginning and get out at the beginning of the end. That way you're making sure that you are not risking as much. You know, you want to limit your risk. I think there's definitely potential there, though. You're spot on. Spot on. Good potential for sure. If that information is legit, and that's a high short borrow fee rate, which is huge, a reverse split would make it more difficult. It'd make it more expensive, right? But it would decrease the overall float, I suppose, for sure. For sure. Everybody buy 2 shares right now. I'm not going to tell people what to do. But I'll tell you what I will do is I'll come over here to AMC and I'll drop a share and I'll add more as we continue on. Drop it 5. $50. And I'm planning on making my big buy at the end of the day. I'm waiting for the beatdown because what we've seen in price action over the last, a couple days is that it bleeds the entire day, right? So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting it out. I think it's going to continue doing this for now, at least, and I'm going to wait it out. And then once we get out of that, either A, it'll break that, or B, it won't. And, I'll just buy higher. That's okay. Check for my first chat, bro. You missed it. Mason, I have not missed it. I'm reading these in order. I promise you. Trick, you look at POW. Thoughts? So I'll look at POW in just a second here. I'm just going to keep an eye on this. That way I don't get stuck with that one again. I want to make sure I'm being intelligent. POW. Look at this on a 1 month. How about a 1 year? Well, on the macroscopic scale, it looks like it's holding up on a level of support, which I don't mind. That actually looks pretty solid. I don't know if you're in right now, but it looks like a good entry point if it continues to respect that support line. For sure. Yeah, I dig it. It's been selling off pretty hard for a while. If you bought high, I would say good news. It looks like you're probably in luck pretty relatively soon. At least that's what I would say. Unless it breaks this ascending level of support, in which case it'll probably drop down to 523, but that's not a large difference. So, small difference. I'm just going to check my text real quick to make sure I didn't miss anything. Leave at 11:15. All right, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to wrap up this live stream. It sounds like we're leaving at 11:15, so I got to shave. I got to get into my clothes, and that's going to take me probably about 10 minutes to do here. So I appreciate everybody tuning into the video. If you wouldn't mind doing me a favor and dropping a like on the way out, I will be live streaming later today. So when I get back from my meeting, I'm going to come in for the last hour and a half of regular market hours, and then I'm going to live stream an hour into the after hours so that we can come back and give you guys another good 2.5 hours to 3 hours of content and, satisfy the thirst of the gorilla. Gorillas do not drink water, though. Keep that in the back of your mind. That is an actual proven fact. They drink gorilla juice. So make sure you load up on that freaking gorilla juice, guys. Take care of yourselves. Hydrate or dihydrate. You know what it is. I know what it is. So, Thank you guys for tuning in. I wish I could stay around longer, but I do got to get to that meeting. I will be back though, so watch for that. I'll put out an alert when I am back and rocking and cooking with Crisco. You're gonna check on CSCW, just make sure that I'm not caught with any bad trade here. Thank you. I appreciate that reminder. But thank you. I will take care of those open trades. I appreciate everybody immensely. Take it easy, my friends, my family, and my fellow Gorilla Gang. We'll be back later in the day. And lastly, I understand that I did not get to read everybody's super chat. I do apologize immensely if I missed you. So shout out to everybody that did drop a super chat. I try to go in order in order to get to everybody that I can. But you guys are seriously all immensely appreciated, and it's not required, right? I do go back and forth between the chat bar and the super chat. I am trying to respect everybody the most that I can. So thank you if you did drop a super chat. It does mean a lot to me. We'll be back later in the day. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Take it easy, my friends and family, and peace.